This is question 14 on problem solving from the 2018 ECAA. So we're asked which two of these stationary items made the most profit. These are the items, and we're given their wholesale costs, but that's for a 12-pack, and then we're given the retail cost per item and the number sold after a week. So how can we go about this? Well, we're given the 12-pack cost in wholesale and the one item cost in retail, and it would be more useful if these were in the same sort of bracket. So let's change the 12-pack cost to a one item cost in the wholesale section. So how do we work this out? Well, if 12 packs cost 48p, then one will cost 48 divided by 12, which is 4p. So if it is the same thing for each one, 72 divided by 12 is 6, 24 divided by 12 is 2, 36 divided by 12 is 3, and 60 over 12 is 5. So now we have the per item cost in wholesale and retail, and we have the number sold. So maybe the next thing to do would be to work out the profit per item. And then the final thing to do would be to work out the total profit based on this number sold. So let's do the former. What's the profit per item for crayons? So it got us 10p in retail, and we bought it in wholesale for 4p. So 10 minus 4 is 6p profit. Then for felt tips, 12 minus 6 is again 6p. For pencils, 6 minus 2 is 4p. For pens, 15 minus 3 is 12p. And finally for rulers, we have 30p minus 5p, which is 25p. And I've changed it to pounds notation because we're going to have to multiply it by some rather large numbers, and so this just helps it avoid working in thousands. So given the profit per item and the number of items sold, it makes sense to now work out the total profit for each type of item. So for crayons, we sold 160 and made 6p profit on each one, and so our total profit would be 180 times 0.06. What is that? Well, 180 times 0.01 would be 1.8. 1.8 times 6 is 10.8. So we made £10.80 profit on crayons. Then for felt tips, we sold 150, making 6p per item. So 150 times 0.06, well, times 0.01 would be 1.5. 1.5 times 6 is 9. So we made £9 profit on the felt tips. Then what about pencils? We sold 200, each making 0.04 profit. 200 times 0.04, well, times 0.01 would be 2. 2 times 4 is 8, so that made £8. Then we sold 150 pens, each making 12p. What's 150 times 0.12? Well, times 0.1 would be 15. What's 0.02? That would be 3. 15 plus 3 is 18. So we made a hefty £18 profit on the pens. And finally, what about the rulers? We only sold 40, but each made 25p. So 40 times 0.25 is the same as 40 divided by 4, which is £10. So which two items made the most profit? We can see from here that it's the crayons and the pens. So this is our final answer, which corresponds to B on the question paper.